Hi guys. So I just wanted to talk to y'all about generational wealth. I know we talk about generational wealth a lot, especially dealing with properties and owning homes and things of that sort. But the truth is, everybody cannot or is not in a position to own a home. Um, a lot of times, people credit isn't where it needs to be, or they don't want to purchase something that expensive. Because really, truly, in America, you never really own anything. But that's another subject. But I wanted to talk to y'all about land. If you want to build wealth, if you want to build investment, your investment portfolio, land is the way to go. It doesn't have to be fancy land. You can get, some land that's, off in West Texas that's cheap, a couple acres or whatever, as just an investment property. Maybe you'll do something with it later. Maybe you won't. Maybe a big chain store might come along and decide to build something on that land that you purchased and put in your name for the cheap, and then you upsell it for a big bag for them to build on it, buy you out and build on it. So that's one way of doing it. And I'm telling you that these land properties, you can do a lot with that. Just having a goal of like buying even your first lot or multiple lots or lots in rural areas, like I just said, or even in underdeveloped areas, but they have houses around them and there's water and sewer and lights and all those different things, but it's just a whole bunch of trees and brush and you have to get it cleared off. That's another good property to purchase as well. And a lot of times the county already have the surveys for those, so you don't have to pay for a survey. And sometimes if you have to pay for a survey, it's maybe like $1,000 to get a survey done. But if you call your county, most times they have a copy of the survey. So then all you have to do is pay for the clearing the land. And then a lot of these raw pieces of land don't have zoning restrictions. So you can put like, if you're not going to put a house on it, residential or something like that, if you're not going to put a house or something on it, or at least not yet, if you're going to, you can put a mobile home on there. You can put a tiny home structure on there. You can put a multifamily home on there and rent it out and lease it out. There's so many different options. And the thing is, the best thing to do is to get the deals when you see them. You don't have to decide in that moment, oh, what am I going to do with this? When am I going to use it? Just get it. Just get the property. Just get the property and worry about all that later. Get the property. It's in your name or in your business. I would suggest in your business, in your LLC, oh, excuse me, or in your corporation. Create one of those and purchase land. And just keep accumulating and build from there. There's also a lot of owner financing land. You're saying, you might think, I don't have $10,000 off the side to buy land, or I don't have $6,000, or I don't have $5,000 to just go and buy like a lot of land. But nowadays there's so many owner finance situations, and you have to be careful, because I wouldn't suggest you go and just find somebody, online and try to buy property from them. But there's a lot of companies that specialize in not only selling land but also owner finance land, where you put a certain amount down, you pay a certain amount monthly for the land, and oftentimes they'll let you use the land as you're paying for it until you pay it out. So there's all these different options. Also, a lot of times these companies have all the information on the land as far as zoning restrictions and all of this, but I would not trust that fully. Do your due diligence. I would suggest definitely call the county. The county will have the information as to who owns the property, whether it's a company, whether it's an individual person. They will have the name of the person. They will also have the account number of the person for that particular title deed or ownership or whatever of the property. After that, I would suggest to do a title search. Title searches could be as little as $500. Title searches are good for making sure that the property has no liens on it, where the property doesn't have any surprise owners, or people that inherited the land that they didn't tell about the land, that it was, at least, the title company will be able to do a search for a fee, as low as $500 to do a search to make sure that there's not any liens or other owners on the property. I suggest highly that you do that as well before you purchase raw land. Also, like I said, look for zoning restrictions. You don't want to purchase land that's commercial land and you're trying to put a residential house on it. That won't work. So a lot of land that's raw land, I know in Texas, a lot of the land that's raw land like that does not have zoning restrictions. But again, that's something you want to do your due diligence on. So I just wanted to give y'all that little nugget. I see properties all the time. I've seen one that was in Waller County here in Texas for $6,000. I think that one was a quarter of an acre. So it was 0.25, which is just a quarter of an acre. Most homes are built on 0.10 of an acre. So you can possibly get two houses out of that, or a big house out of that with a sizable yard. So just think about those things, y'all. I mean, everybody, is making it seem like houses is the place to go when it comes to owning property and generational wealth, but it's not. It's land. Land. And also, the taxes on land is super duper cheap. Super cheap. I mean, I think I've seen somewhere the taxes per year is like $82 or $100 for the year, the taxes on raw land. So just think about all those things. And build your investment portfolio, and just accumulate land. Just accumulate a lot of land. Eventually, you can sell it. Eventually, somebody might want to make a parking lot out of it and give you a whole bunch of money for the land. They might give you a whole bunch of money for the land if they want to build a commercial building on it. You may have, I came across one where it's 1.3 acres, which is one that I purchased, which you can build multiple houses on that. If you want to sell off a portion of that, you can do that as well. So just take that into consideration, y'all. Land is the thing to do. It's the place to build generational wealth. It's a place to build your investment property. So I'll come back on later and kind of give some names of some companies that sell land that also does financing. But anyway, that's the good word for today, y'all. And I hope y'all having a great almost weekend.